this is Krisa, and today's video is going to be about racial injustice and systemic racism. Unfortunately, this is something that a lot of people, black people and brown people, have to endure in their everyday lives, even in 2020. So, inspired by everything that's been going on in the past 1 month in America and the whole world, I figured I should do myself a favor and research, educate myself a little bit further from what I had been taught in high school, which was barely anything, and from my family. So what I did, I listened to a lot of podcasts, read a lot of articles, watched documentaries, movies and series, anything that I could get my hands on, really. And also, I listened to a lot of friends of mine that have experienced racism, and also I had a lot of important, necessary conversations with family and friends. So this video has the top 5 picks of documentaries, movies and series that I thought are very eye-opening and educational on that matter. So let's go and see them. Number 1, The 13th. The 13th came out in 2016 and it's a documentary. The title refers to the 13th Amendment, which is a law in America, and despite it, a lot of people believe that slavery is still very much alive in the United States. The documentary explores the history of race, but also the criminal justice system in the United States, a criminal justice system which seems to be serving only one strategy: to control black and brown people, in essence, slavery by another name. Number 2, Hidden Figures is a movie that came out in 2016 and it's based on a non-fiction book with the same name. It's about black female mathematicians that were working in NASA during the race phase. Number 3, The Help. This movie came out in 2011 and two of my favorite actresses, Viola Davis and Emma Stone, are playing lead roles in. This is the story of a young girl that became a journalist, and her friendship with two black maids in the 60s led her to write a book on behalf of them, expressing the racism that they're facing every day working with white families. Number 4, Black Hollywood, They Gotta Have Us. This came out in 2018, and it's an inside story of the turning points of Black lives. It expresses the challenges and barriers that black actors had to endure, but also the cliches and stereotypes that were formed in the past in movies. Number 5, Selma. This is a historical drama film that came out in 2014, and it's about the 1965's voting rights marches that were led by, amongst others, Martin Luther King Jr. Number 1, Dear White People. This is a comedy drama TV series that came out in 2017, and it has 3 seasons, which I binge watched, of course. Basically, it's following the lives of several black college students, and it's touching on issues surrounding modern American race relations. Basically, that was my favorite series from all 5 because you kind of get an insight on how people experience today racism. Number 2, When They See Us. This is a crime tragedy miniseries that came out in 2019. It is based on the real-life events that occurred in 1989, the Joker case as they call it. It explores the life and families of 5 male suspects that were wrongfully accused and prosecuted on charges regarding the rape and assault of a woman in Central Park, New York. Number 3, Time, the Caliph Browder story. This is a mini-series documentary that came out in 2017, and it recounts the story of a Bronx high school student who was imprisoned for 3 years, 2 of them in solitary confinement, without being convicted of a crime. Number 4, The Innocence Files. This is a true crime documentary miniseries that came out in 2020, and it's basically a lot of different stories of wrongfully convicted people and how that affected their lives, but also their families. Number 5, Self-Made. This is a limited series that came out in 2020, and it's based on a true story and inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker, the first ever self-made female millionaire. It explores the racism and also the sexism she had to overcome as an African American woman in the early 20th century to eventually become one of the wealthiest women in America. That's it for today. I hope you liked the video. My favorite 3 top picks are from the whole video are as a documentary the 13th, as a movie The Help, and as a series the Dear White People. I really hope you do get a little bit time to do your own research, and if not a research, to just watch one of these movies or series or documentaries. It will be very, very nice, and it's always good to expand your knowledge just a tiny bit more. Also, I believe that the art industry and film industry have a very beautiful way to pass messages to the people. So yeah, I think it will be a very nice thing to watch one of those recommendations. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.